year, or is maybe fed up with some of the discipline issues? Or what do you read into that?
Yeah, I just, what happened in the bowl game last year, it's over and done with, and so it's something that there was kind of some scuffles and fights at practice, and it's something that we don't want to bring back up ever again because it was kind of an embarrassment to us. And we've all gotten past it, and so it's just little disciplinary things that we need. And so all of us aren't upset at what happened yesterday. It's one of those things that we learned from, and it really hit home, like, remember where you came from, and that's where we're at the ball game, and we're a lot better, a lot farther than we were when we were playing in that game. So we're way ahead now, so don't look back, I guess, was the moral.
Mitch, you've been sitting out observing, but you've seen Nick Kurtz, you've seen Moreno, Pucutau, and also even Josh Weeks. Big guys showing out in spring. What do you think so far of those guys?
They're really good, man. We have a lot of depth, and I've only played with really good receivers here at BYU, but this has been the most depth we've had, at least, which helps a lot. We're trying to save guys' legs during camp so we can hit the ground running for our first game and be fresh, which we haven't had in the past. And so, kind of whoever you put in there, they can be trustworthy instead of a question mark. And so it's been a good feeling to have those guys out there making plays.
What have you been able to do as a veteran off the field in helping these young guys come along there?
They know that it's not like a long injury. I'll be back next week practicing, so they know it's not something long, so I can still be there for the guys, and I'll get lots of questions, hey, what about this, and what do I do here, when do I go here, and so I think it's having a guy like me who's played lots of games, watching the younger guys, and they feel like, that's a place where I want to be later, is where he is and the other seniors are. And so in a leadership standpoint, it's been fun to teach these guys, and they're really, really good and talented, so it's been fun to see their confidence grow these first few days, playing really well.
How'd you get hurt, and when do you think you're going to get back?
So I had an inguinal hernia, which is not a sports hernia, and that's better news than a sports hernia. It was really random. It was 2 weeks ago. In 5 days, I had surgery on it. It's a very minor surgery. I'm expected to practice full go next week. Obviously easing into it, but able to practice in team periods and in skelly periods. And obviously you have a few full weeks before the first game to play, so no worries.
Was it a particular strain you had to go? Was it activity, or is it just that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's more random than anything. A sports hernia is usually caused by overtraining and everything, but this was completely random, they said. So I guess bad luck at the time, but if it had to happen at any time, it was a good time that it happened now instead of having to miss a few games. So it was perfect timing, I guess.
Did you lose any weight? How do you feel physically right now?
Well, great, yeah. I lost a couple pounds just because eating the first few days was hard with the surgery and everything, but I've gained it all back and I'm really ready to go.
What's Taysom been like this fall so far? Same guy as ever, or different in any way?
Same guy, yeah. You don't see a guy out there limping around. That's always a question mark with the media, is how's his ankle, but you never have to worry about that guy's health, so he's always better than what he was before. So he's fast, he's strong, he's right back where he needs to be, and he's looking to throw the ball a lot, and he looks really good doing it. So.
How about his demeanor as a leader? Same?
Yeah, same as it's always been. He's always been a really good leader, so you're not going to see a huge leap of someone new, but he's always been there, and I think he understands this is his last year of college football at least, so there's something about him that really wants to win, and it's really fun to have a lot of seniors around him, rallied around, and it makes a good team.
What's Robert and I's tone with you guys right now as an offense?
It's different than it was 2 years ago. We didn't score as many points as we did last year, 2 seasons ago, and so he knows that this year, if we improve from last year, then we should be in the 40s in scoring points, where last year we were about 37, and that's a goal that we have, is to score over 40 points and score more, and I think that we're on the right track, and so he's making sure that happens. So you'll see some Coach and I yells out there. You'll see some very strict things, and he's all for the discipline, just like Coach Mendenhall is, and I think that's what's going to add to us having that 40 points is less penalties than we did last year, and playing good football.
Because you've been in a unique position to just observe this first week of fall camp, what's the biggest improvement that you have seen that the offense needs?
Wow, I just think the first few days the defense completely won. They beat us, and then we put on pads, and it seemed like we were kind of rolling. So it means we're physical. It means we rely on our physicality to push people around and go play. And as a receiver standpoint, we've had a lot of different guys make plays, and so it's been fun to see a lot of reliability from the younger guys, and that's really good to see. As an offense as a whole, I've seen great strides in the few years that I've been here with Taysom, but especially we've started really fast with fall camp, where usually it's a learning period for the first couple of weeks, but we've started at a really good point, better than what we have in the past.